Hello Satnam, I'm Melanie and welcome to this Kundalini Yoga for beginners. So a bit of introduction about Kundalini Yoga for those of you who've never come across it before, or maybe you've heard a little bit about it. Kundalini Yoga is actually a very powerful practice, and that's one of the many reasons why I love it. Kundalini Yoga is for everyone, no matter how old you are, any age, and you don't even have to be in your yoga gear. You can be in your jeans, you can be sat in a dress. You can do it anywhere and everywhere. You can do it for 3 minutes a day, you could do it for 3 hours a day and longer. What I would say is that the most benefit we get from practicing Kundalini Yoga is that consistency. So if you do 3 minutes every day, it's very, very powerful. And obviously the same if we commit to 3 hours a day too. So one of the many reasons why I love Kundalini Yoga is it really works with clearing the subconscious mind. So 95% of the time we're in that subconscious mind, so we're living it habitually and we're repeating the same pattern. So when we want something to change or we want to create and manifest, the challenge comes from the fact that we're in the subconscious and we're unconsciously, subconsciously keep repeating old patterns, keep repeating the same things and doing the same thing day in and day out, but we're expecting something different to happen. So Kundalini Yoga works with clearing the subconscious thought patterns. Did you know that with every blink of an eye, we are downloading 1,000 thoughts? 1,000 thoughts through the crown chakra, and most of those aren't serving us. So Kundalini Yoga works to clear all those thoughts that aren't serving us. Kundalini Yoga uses 4 main modalities, I guess you'd call it, to really get that subconscious mind cleared and to get the energy moving. Those 4 are mantra. So you'll hear lots of mantras when you're doing a Kundalini Yoga class or you're watching a Kundalini Yoga video and participating. It doesn't matter that you don't know what they mean. They are still so incredibly powerful. There's a real science and a technology behind the mantras. Even the way that we move the tongue at the roof of our mouth, it taps into the 84 meridians on the roof of our mouth. Even that, the power of that, but also the words and the vibration of that language. So like I said, it doesn't matter that you don't know what it means, just always go along with as much as you can. The next thing is breath. So breath is really, really powerful, and a lot of times we're not even using it. We're not utilizing the power of the breath, the prana. It gives us energy, and actually our breath can shift a moment, it can shift a relationship, it's such a powerful thing. And what's great about tapping into the Kundalini Yoga practice is that you really start becoming more aware of your breath and how you can utilize your breath for your own benefit. Third thing is movement. So we want to get the body moving and get the energy moving. Sometimes especially now, in the 21st century, where a lot of times we're sat on our laptops or sat on our phone or sat at work or sat in the car, and the energy really is dormant. So we want to get the energy moving around the body. So we use movement. We use yoga to move the energy, to get it shifting. And then the fourth thing is meditation. So I guess a lot of that prepares us for the meditation. So then we can sit in stillness and try our best, not always successful, but try our best to still the mind, calm the mind, and really center and focus. And there's thousands of teachings with Kundalini Yoga. So there's so many meditations, and I love Kundalini Yoga meditations. 1, because they're powerful. 2, they work. And 3, they vary. So you're never really going to get bored or sometimes you have to hold positions, so you're very conscious of like how you're feeling and how the body's feeling as well, in sync with the mind as well. So because there's thousands of teachers of Kundalini Yoga, a lot of the times you'll see myself and other teachers teach from the laptop or from the books. This is a good thing. In fact, like if people aren't doing that, you want to be like, that's bizarre, because there's thousands of teachings and it's important that they're taught exactly how they were originally taught. And because the subconscious mind is powerful, and no matter how long you've been practicing Kundalini Yoga for, it's still there, it still exists. The subconscious mind can easily get in there and take us off course and jumble things up. So, you know, when you see me looking at a laptop and teaching from a laptop, or even maybe my phone or from a book, this is a good thing. This means that you're getting the teachings pure, and that's when they're powerful, which is really, really important. So the Kundalini, sometimes people are like, well, what is Kundalini? What's the difference? And what does it all mean? Well, Kundalini energy is basically something that we all have, but for most of us it lays dormant in the base of our spine. So with the use of Kundalini Yoga, using mantra, breath, yoga, and meditation, we actually start awakening this Kundalini energy, and it starts rising through the chakras. It actually gets the chakras moving, which is what they're supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be spinning. So it works through the chakras, and then it opens up through the crown chakra and then circulates back round. So one of the many benefits of Kundalini Yoga is it opens and it expands your aura, also known as your electromagnetic field. So Kundalini Yoga is a science, it's a technology. So everything we do is because it works, because it's beneficial. There's no dogma to it. It's purely a technology and a science. So that just gives you a little insight. You might hear some phrases like Satnam. Satnam basically means the truth, the identity and the truth of your identity and the oneness. So I just say just go along with it, and then it starts feeling right. And if it doesn't, and this isn't for you, then at least you know. That's cool too. Also at the beginning of a Kundalini Yoga class, we tune in. And this, we do this every time, and it tunes us in and links us in to the golden chain. So we tune in with the teachers and the gurus that have gone before us. It allows us to be in sync. And also when we're doing it in a class, or even when it's myself on video and you're watching, it allows us to sync in together too. Almost like, when you see an orchestra tune in and they're tuning in together, it gets us on that same vibration. So that's great. Also in the beginning of a Kundalini Yoga class, you don't have to do this, but I do this a lot, and that's a protection mantra. And again, it doesn't matter if you sort of stumble along the words initially, that doesn't matter, just go with it. But the protection mantra, again, it's just what we do when we start our Kundalini Yoga practice, and for that reason, for that protection from the teachers to from the gurus. It connects us in, it keeps us grounded, it keeps us centered, and it creates that protection, that golden shield around us, which is a beautiful thing. So I would say just go along with it. And I found, why I started, or I guess why I kept doing Kundalini Yoga, was because I just felt connected to it. So I didn't question, what does this mean? And why am I doing that? And I just felt connected to it. And so that's why I continue doing it. And that's what I would just say to you. If you feel connected to this and you feel like you're getting the benefits from doing it, then continue. And if you don't, that's cool too. Maybe it's not for you. But if it is for you, then I'm really excited to be doing this together, because I'm going to be bringing out a lot more videos and online courses and YouTube videos and all the rest of it. And I've also got my Facebook group as well, the Kundalini Hub, that you can be part of for some great 3-minute meditations thrown in there as well. So I think that's everything I want to touch on for this introduction to Kundalini Yoga, and we'll get on to the next step. Thank you so much for tuning in to this video about the Aquarian age and what that means, and why Kundalini Yoga will really help us expand and upgrade, uplift, and also beyond that, help other people too. So prior to 2012, we were in the Piscean age. Now the Piscean age was all about things being outside of us. If we wanted to be happy, it was something that we would create outside of us to get happiness. If we wanted to feel connected to source, then it would be outside of us. We would have to look outside of us. And that's what we were taught. And we were taught, a lot of these things we were taught to keep small, to keep us small, to keep us small-minded, small in our abilities, small in our growth, and basically none of it to serve us and to serve the masses, to serve the global community. In 2012, we progressed into what's known as the Aquarian age, the age of Aquarius. And this has been a big shift. And I'm sure you've seen this either like yourself, in your community, in your neighborhood, globally. Like it's just incredible. The shift is, it's just a given that you just can see it. It's so blatant, and in my opinion anyway. So the Aquarian age basically has started to teach us that actually everything is within inside us. So we no longer need to look outside of us for happiness. We no longer need to look outside of us ourselves for fulfillment. We no longer need to look outside of us to feel connected to source, to something greater than us. We actually now know that all that is within us. All that is already within us. We can actually feel happy by connecting with us. We can actually feel connected to the bigger picture from within. And this is really incredible. Now, initially, the challenge with it all is that we now no longer can be the victim because it's on us. There's a responsibility with this. And that's tough because the subconscious mind it like favors that way of thinking and being. But the conscious mind has started to appear and sort of be more conscious. I'm going to say be more aware, but the conscious mind is aware. That's what it is. So things have completely shifted. Now we're in this Aquarian age, and like I said, you'll know it and you'll feel it. But like I said, with that comes like this responsibility, and it comes a shift in our feelings and our reverence and our honor for that. And now we know that actually it's up to us to put the crown on our head and straighten it up and be proud and have reverence for ourselves and have that self-love, as the people might call it. That's all within us. It's all within us. So what's really now important is being able to elevate ourselves enough that we can hold all of this, because it is challenging. And it's a new way of being and thinking. So the generation that have been born from 2012 onwards, they're going to be different again. They're going to be such high sensitive beings, and for them, they will need something to help them in a place, in a world where they are more sensitive to their surroundings. So they're going to hear things before they've been said. They're going to see things before they've been seen. And you may already be experiencing these kind of things, and you want to help in understanding it, or you want help being able to just be in it and acknowledge it and not to fear it. And this is where, for me, Kundalini Yoga has been really, really powerful, because Kundalini Yoga basically raises our vibration, it raises our consciousness, and it expands our aura, it expands our electromagnetic field. So we can start handling bigger things, and actually we can even place them in our magnetic field. So we can handle, a relationship, the business, the career, the job, the family, the travel, all these different things, and we're not affected. We're not affected if someone upsets us here, or someone or we get like something challenging happens at work. That's not to say we're not like, we don't care, but we're not affected to the same level. We're not an effect of someone else's cause. We can actually understand it from our point of view, from inside out rather than from outside in. So as I mentioned already, Kundalini Yoga uses mantra, breath, movement, which is yoga, and meditation. Uses these 4 things and modalities, dynamics, if you like, to really shift the energy and to really get the Kundalini energy moving through the system, so we can handle what's coming. We can handle what already is. We are, as the younger generation would call it, #woke. We can awaken to life and to what's happening, and we can handle it and we can honor it. So this is why I love sharing Kundalini Yoga with people, because I know it's the thing that's going to help them progress to the next level in the age of Aquarius. And by more people that know and understand how they can hold this and hold the energy of ourselves and probably other people as well, the bigger impact that we can have, the bigger impact we can have in our own lives, in the community around us, and afar as well, which is which is just totally magical. So I love that you tuned into this. That's exciting. Just also my little top tip for you all as well is my teachers, or some of my teachers are in a incredible group called White Sun. They're actually Grammy Award winners. That's how amazing they are. They won the New Age Album of the Year in, I think, 2018. And the album, they've got album White Sun, White Sun 2 and White Sun 3, and I would encourage you to listen to any of their albums or just pick one of their tracks that you love and listen to this as much as possible. You can play it really low. I also recommend you listen to it while you're sleeping, because while we're sleeping, the conscious mind cannot oversee the subconscious mind. So the subconscious mind, every blink of an eye, is downloading 1,000 thoughts, and not all of those thoughts are serving us. And the conscious mind is not awake to oversee that going on. And we do a lot of blinking when we're asleep. So what the mantras do, when we play the mantras through the night, it actually basically clears out that the subconscious thought forms that aren't serving us. So you can play them quiet. And also I've heard some incredible testimonials as well for a lot of my friends who have babies and young children, who it's completely helped them with waking up in the middle of the night. It's helped them with their nightmares, and even with adults as well, waking up in the middle of the night has really helped them too. So that's my little bonus at the end of there. Thank you so much for joining me, and next I will be moving on to the actual Kundalini Yoga itself and a little short class for you all. Just a little reminder that I do have my YouTube channel and also a Facebook group, the Kundalini Hub. If you want to be part of that, then get in touch and join us on that, because that's going to be epic and it's going to be a real great community. I'm going to do some amazing interviews in there as well. So next I'm going to teach you some of my favourite meditations and yogic kriyas from Kundalini Yoga, which I use a lot with my one-to-one clients, and they just love them. So yay, see you shortly. So I'm going to teach some of my favourites, and a lot of my clients as well absolutely love these ones, and they're great because you can do them anytime, anywhere, wearing any clothes. Like, you don't have to be Instagrammable to be doing Kundalini Yoga. Like, you wear what you want, it's all good, which is my favourite kind of yoga, obviously. So let's get started. As I've mentioned on previous videos, there's 4 factors that we always bring in to Kundalini Yoga to really get the energy shifting and moving. That's what it's all about, energy, energy, energy. We use mantra, breath, movement and meditation. So we always start off with the mantra to tune in. So we start off with Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And as I mentioned previously, it really doesn't matter if you know what it means or if you don't know what it means. It's basically us tuning into the golden chain, the teachers, the gurus, and everything that is awesome, basically, in my opinion. So bring the palms of your hands together, give them a rub, bring them into prayer pose, center of the chest, close your eyes, and you can start to focus through the eyebrows with the eyes closed, through the third eye, and take a deep inhale, hold, exhale, deep inhale, exhale, and then we're going to inhale to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale. Exhale. Protection mantra. Inhale. Agare name, Jugadgare name, Satgare name, Siddhi Gurudeve name. Agare name, Jugadgare name, Satgare name, Siddhi Gurudeve name. Agare name, Jugadgare name, Satgare name, Siddhi Gurudeve name. Exhale. So just wanted to mention, although I'm sat like this, you can be sat in a chair as well. If you're sat in a chair, make sure your feet are planted on the ground. You can be doing this in your car, you can do this at work, and like I said, you can do this in many places. If you can sit like this, that's great, but no worries if not. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is the cat-cow. So you want to be coming onto all fours, and I'll demonstrate for you. Just move my little cushion. So you want to be coming onto all fours, and your ankles, your feet are together, and you're going to inhale, flexing the spine, and you're going to use the mantra internally, sat, and then exhale, flexing the spine the other way, and using the mantra internally, nam. Okay, so really make sure you're using your breath, you're staying connected to the mantra internally, and this is a great way to get the spine moving, and actually the flexibility of the spine is a real indication of our youth. A flexible spine, flexible mind, and it's actually a really great anti-aging as well. So I'm going to put us on the clock, so we time a lot of things in Kundalini Yoga. So let's go. Deep inhale, flex. Exhale, flex the other way. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, sit in on your heels. Stretch your arms out in front of you, palms together, forehead on the ground. Deeply breathe in, inhale, exhale, and set any intention through the third eye, the center of the eyebrows, into the ground. Surrender into Mother Nature, asking her to hold your intention. And slowly coming up when you're ready. If you are in the car, you can actually do a flex of the spine instead. It's not the same total benefits, but still, nevertheless. So you can hold on to the front of your calves, eyes closed, keeping your chin slightly tucked under and on parallel to the ground. Flex, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, that's a little alternative for you. Next, we're getting the breath moving. So we're going to use a breath of fire, which is again is a really powerful way of getting the prana, the energy, the breath moving around the body. So the mudra is this. We're putting our fingers into the pads that are below. The thumbs are out. The arms are stretched out in a V. You want to make sure that they're not forward and they're not too far out. You know, angles and geometrics is really, you know, what with Kundalini, we're really slicing through, like the time, the energy, and the angles are really what helps us do that and activate that. So arms up, and we're going to close the eyes. We're going to keep the focus again between the eyebrows, and we're going to use breath of fire, which is an equal inhale and exhale, and we're going to breathe through the nose, so your belly should be expanding on the inhale and coming back the other way on the exhale. Okay, and let's go. We're on the clock. If you are pregnant and on the first 3 days of your cycle, then just breathe nice and slowly and nice and gently. Okay, let's go. Deep inhale. Bringing the thumbs together at top of your head. Stretch your fingers out, pulling up through the spine, nice and straight and tall. Squeeze all the muscles in your body. Exhale slowly, bringing your hands and arms slowly down by your side, combing through your aura, feeling your electromagnetic field expand until you're touching the ground. Okay, so next we're going to go on to one of my absolute favourite meditations. It's called Meditation for Healing Addiction. And at first when I was taught this one, I was like, yeah, well, I'm all good, I don't have any addictions. But actually, what we sometimes don't realise is how we can be addicted just to being a certain way of thinking or believing or a habitual way of just being. And what this mantra, what this meditation is really special because, and again, it's the power of Kundalini Yoga, it goes where it needs to go. So you don't have to think, okay, I want to focus and solve my feelings towards being addicted to a certain thought. You don't need to think like that. You just do the meditation and it works. It works for you. Again, as I mentioned before, what really works when we're doing our Kundalini Yoga is the consistency. So if we commit to doing this 3 minutes a day, it's incredibly powerful. So we're bringing the fingers again into more like a fist. The thumbs are out, and they're going to go to where the temples are. And then we're going to actually close the mouth, but we're going to pulsate the back molar together as we use the mantra Sa Ta Na Ma. Okay, and we're going to use the mantra internally, and every time we internally vibrate the mantra Sa, we're going to squeeze, Ta, squeeze, Na, squeeze, Ma. So it's Sa Ta Na Ma. And when you do that, you'll actually feel this move in here. To really get the next level power from this meditation, with every Sa Ta Na Ma, we're going to think of the energy and the light coming through our crown chakra and out through our third eye. So down and out, down and out, down and out. Okay? So let's get ourselves on the clock, and breathing is just your own natural breathing, no particular breathing, so you're all good with that. Okay, let's go. Deep inhale. Exhale and relax. Well done, good job. Okay, so we're going to move on to Sakriya. This is again another one of my favourites, another one of my clients' favourites. This is awesome because it's everything. It's everything in one, and I love that. It's great for the practical side. It's great for the body. It's great for the mind. It's great for the soul. So it's just great for everything. That's why we love it. Also, what it does as well is it basically centers the chakras. So a lot of the times we're not quite centered, we're a little bit off, and when we're a little bit off and we start our day a little bit off center, then we can end up going on a completely different trajectory to what really we were intended to, or you know, our dharma, our purpose could be this way. But because we're just slightly off at an angle, we're going this way, which initially doesn't look that different, but over time can take us on a completely different path. And you know, we really want to shift the karma to dharma. So by practicing this every day, we're making sure that we're centered, we're connected, centered. It's also great for digestion. Like I said, it's great physically and for all the 10 bodies, which I'll explain another time about that. So what do? We interlace our fingers, and then the tubes of fingers, the first fingers, are going to be pointed up. If you're female, the left thumb goes over the right thumb. If you're male, the right thumb goes over the left thumb. So obviously I'm female, or I identify as a female, whatever you want to call that. I'm female, then that's the way I go. And the arms are going to go straight up. So you're almost like cuddling your ears, just squeezing your arms against your ears. And we're going to come up to sit on our heels. So here we go, sat on our heels, interlace the fingers, and we're like this. And we're going to use the mantra Sat Nam. We're going to use that mantra, back to that mantra again. And we're going to, but we're going to do it externally. We're going to actually be chanting it out loud. I'll be doing it with you, so keep just doing it with myself. On the Sat, we're going to pull in at the navel, and at the Nam, we're going to release. So Sat Nam, Sat Nam. You're going to feel like that pull and that energy pulling upwards, okay? So we can do this for a lot longer, but today we're going to be on this practice. We're going to do it for 3 minutes, but still just fantastic and powerful. So again, just a reminder, if you're pregnant or in your first 3 days of your cycle, you're not to, please don't be pulling in the navel. You can still do the meditation with us, but just without the pulling. Just do some nice deep breathing, and also your eyes are closed and we're focusing through the eyebrows again. Sat Nam, 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 Sat Nam Sat, 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 Nam. Deep inhale. Squeeze the body, stretch. Exhale, hold the breath out. Hold it out, squeeze, squeeze, stretch, hold out. Inhale. Exhale and relax. Good job, well done. So well done everybody. We're now just going to finish with a really short meditation and relaxation, more so than a meditation, a relaxation. So you can either lie down on your back and with your palms facing up and just relax, close your eyes, or if you prefer you can stay sitting. Bring your hands to Gya Mudra. So bringing your thumb to your first finger, your Jupiter finger, resting your wrists on your knees, eyes closed, and relax. Relax the breath. Relax the mind. Release any thoughts that come through and come up with no attachment. If you're finding it challenging to relax, you can use a mantra Sat Nam. Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale. Internally vibrating true identity. If you're laying on the floor, slowly start wiggling your fingers and your toes. Rub the palms of your hands together, the soles of your feet together. If you want to do a little cat stretch, a side stretch twist, then you can do. Bring the knees into your chest and rock and roll, come into sitting up. Bring the palms of the hands together and give them a rub. And bring them into the center of the chest, a prayer pose, eyes closed. Focus through the third eye. And in Kundalini Yoga we finish with Long Time Sun. So I'll sing it for you and next time you can join in. Also White Sun have a beautiful version of this one too. Inhale. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Well done, well done, well done. Congratulations on your first, potentially, I'm guessing, possibly your first Kundalini Yoga class. Thank you so much for joining me. Just a reminder, I have a YouTube channel as well that you can get some great quick meditations from there. Also, we've got the Facebook group community, the Kundalini Hub, so please get in touch and join us on there too, because that'd be awesome. And we're going to be doing got some really fun things going on in there. And yeah, get in touch. Yeah, I think just get in touch. It's just always great to hear from people and it's always great to hear feedback. So thank you so much. Sat Nam. Bye.